Right, so that's my monitor. It's blank. Well, it's blank apart from my blue line, which is because of my yeah. Anyway, but and I'm waiting for the computer, and it's not booting because it does it every day now. The capacitors have gone bad. So I've been waiting 10 minutes, so about 10 minutes. Hold on a minute. So I have to turn it off. Wait a minute, and then sometimes I turn it up at the back as well. Back on. It just beep. But nothing on the screen apart from the logo for the monitor. Probably gonna have to wait another 10 minutes. I've had enough, really. Despondent, fed up. -28°C. Computer says 28 on the display. When it gets to 31, it will boot, hopefully. Unless some capacitors have deteriorated beyond recovery. But it's temperature related, it's usually quite accurate, so I'm now going to wait until the temperature gets to 32. And then I'll try again. It's still warming up though because power supply's on. It's blowing, motherboard's powered up. So the motherboard's going to get warm. Hard disks are all powered up. They're going to get a little bit warm. And it's a slow process. Even the alternative would be to stick a hairdryer on it, but I don't like doing that because it means pulling it all out, taking the lid off and everything, and I can't get to it very well because it's stuck underneath the cabinet. So I got another motherboard coming, and when somebody's out there going to say, well, it's probably a graphics card. Yeah, you're probably right, it probably is. But everything is affected by everything else, right? Smoothing capacitors, the age of capacitors, ripple, noise. I've got a pretty hefty power supply in there. I thought it was a 900 watt. No, but it's a 750 watt, and that causes quite a big surge when you power it up. So that's got very stable power rails on it. So at some point I forget, you know, that it's got onboard graphics, this motherboard, the M5A78L USB 3. So I'm gonna at some point I am gonna pull out my graphics card anyway and check it, compare it with the onboard graphics, because obviously that's going to be shite because it doesn't have very good acceleration. It's not really useful for anything apart from maybe watching YouTube videos, but it's not good for HD and video encoding or anything like that. We're at 29 still. Oh god. And if I sound like I've got a cold, it's probably because I have, or maybe I'm just dying or something. It's not surprising with all the stuff they spray in our atmosphere. And they're saying they're not doing it yet, but they're going to do it. But they'll be doing it for freaking years. They've been doing it since the 70s, as far as I'm aware. Or the 80s at least, 90s. And they keep saying, "Oh, we're gonna block out the sun now." Oh, God, what a bunch of idiots! That's not going to help. In an energy crisis, when you need sunshine for the solar panels. Oh, we're at 31. It's like the monitor's still blank. Right, I'm going to turn it off at the back. Put my arm out the back. Right, I turned it off. Right, turn it back on. It's not doing anything. Oh, there we go. Is it going to come on? Well, it's 31. It's not coming on still. And it's been nearly 20 minutes. 15 minutes, I think it's been. So I'm going to keep waiting and waiting and waiting. My friend said, well, just leave it powered up. Well, that doesn't help me diagnose what's going on. I'm going to, this video is going to get huge. Right, I'm going to pause for a minute. Well, I should say I'll pause for a few minutes because I think we need to wait another 5-10 minutes. We're at 32 degrees Celsius on the computer now. Well, it's hovering 31, 32, 31, 32. I'm going to wait till it gets to 33. Right, so the blue line, I'll explain about the blue line in a minute. So a few years back, it was about 5-6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, my monitor died, right? It wouldn't power up. A little bit like the computer. And I knew straight away it would be capacitors. I did a YouTube video on it. It's on my channel under electrical vintage repairs or something. I think it's in that one. It's in a playlist. So I broke all my fingernails in the process of taking the front bezel off because it's one of them where you got to put CDs under the front bezel to get the front cover off, because there's no screws in the back to get the back off. There's no way to get the back off. You got to take the front cover off, right? Anyway, I to cut a long story short, after I took the front cover, the front bezel off, and took it apart, I replaced the capacitors in that monitor. I also fitted a little tiny cooling fan in it to keep it cool, and it's been fine, apart from the fact that when I put it back together again, I had this blue line magically appeared. I'm not quite sure why. It might be because one of the ribbon cables inside isn't seated properly, but well, I should have tested it before I actually put it back together. But once I snapped it all back together and I'd broken all my fingernails, I thought, sod it, I'm not taking that thing apart again. I thought it couldn't stay like that, and it's basically been like that ever since. Right, we're 33 degrees Celsius. Computer's at 33 Celsius. I'm going to turn it off at the back. Actually, well, I should turn it off before I turn that off. Let's try again. It's been 20 minutes. Yay, it's back, see? 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Took 20 freaking minutes. I always think so, I'm overclocking it, I'm not. It does this, it's getting scrambled data, so because of whatever the fault is. And all I've got to do is basically check in here, make sure everything's still normal, still right. I'm not using overclocking, look, it's disabled, look. Well, I don't know if you can see that. It's turbo core technology disabled, so what the hell, why is it thinking I'm overclocking it? I have no idea, but it's somehow getting confused. And it's driving me nuts. Everything's on auto. I'm just going to go to exit and save changes, and that's it. I'm not changing anything though. It's weird why it does that. But now it'll boot normally now. It's at 33 degrees Celsius. That's the external temperature of the heatsink of the graphics card, by the way. So that's the internal temperature of the cabinet. And Zorin is there, and it's exactly on 33 degrees Celsius. I think yesterday it was 32. The day before that probably 31, because it seems to each day you need an extra degree Celsius to get it to boot, which tells me that the capacitors are drying out pretty fast, and the more you load it down with Second Life, the more you load it down with Second Life, already hard, laborious task, the more it speeds its demise. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.